Hello, guys. Welcome to this new video. I'm here with my guest, Hernan Vazquez. Here we're going to talk about the 2 Comma Club Award, how to reach $1 million dollars a year in sales or more in less than a year, and how can you make it happen for yourself. Okay, so Hernan is not a stranger to my channel. Just 1 year ago, we had a podcast on Young, Clever, Wealthy. He's worked with one of the biggest names on the internet marketing space, and he has done more than $7 million a year in ad spend. Very, 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 very cool. And so, Hernan, hey, welcome to this interview.
Thank you, bro. So it was like a year ago that you interviewed me. It was a year ago exactly. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. There's been so much stuff happening since we last spoke on this medium. So, anyways, yeah, that's crazy. Thank you for having me, bro. I appreciate that.
No, of course. So, Hernan, that was a short quote unquote introduction, but I wanted you to tell the audience that maybe don't know you as much a little bit more about you before we dive deep.
Sure. So I'm a media buyer. I'm an advertising guy. I've been doing this internet marketing thing for around 11, 12 years. And I started, I had so let me give you a little bit of a backstory. I had a comfortable job here in Argentina. I'm originally from South America, from Argentina. Right now I'm, moving back and forth between here, Buenos Aires, and Miami and the US and whatnot, because my companies and my clients are there. And as you said, I have the privilege of working with some high-level people there as well. But it wasn't always like this. I had 12 years ago, I had a really comfortable job here in Argentina, well paid. And then, I decided to give this entrepreneurial thing a go, right? And so the math in my head was to, like, if I spend 10 years here in this corporate job, what can I achieve? What can I get, right? If I spend 10 years, maybe I can get like a middle management type thing or a manager, position and whatnot. But what would happen if I spend like the next 10 years developing my business, right? My own business, whatever that was at the time, I wasn't sure. So I decided to quit. And my first gig as a freelancer was to do the same. I was doing HR and recruiting here in Argentina. And my first gig was to actually do the same for the company that I was working for, but from the outside. So they call me and they say, "Hey, Hernan, we need you to do the same. We'll pay you more money. Now you're outside." And my boss at the time was kind of, he was kind of, "Dude, we shouldn't have let you go, because now you're doing the same. You're charging 10 times as much and whatnot." So then I realized, the potential that you have and whatnot. But one of the first approaches that I had to digital marketing was the fact that they said, "All right, but you need to put together a website. You need to put together a website so that we can, you can send it over. You can send us a proposal, blah, blah, blah. We are already hiring you, but, we need to follow the formalities." So I'm not a coder. I'm not a developer. So I had to go in and figure this stuff out. And so I started, toying with WordPress, and I got a WordPress installation, a hosting, a domain, and all of that. And then I installed my first template there, and I tweaked it, and it looked, decent. So that was my first website that I sent to them. And then off of that, I said, well, this is pretty fun. I'd like to do it more.
Yeah.
And, I started building some websites for clients and whatnot. And at some point I moved in with my girlfriend at the time. And I moved into a nice city called Cordoba here in Argentina, like the Cordoba you guys have in Spain. And, but it's southern, it's really south. I mean, it's in the center southern part of the country. We moved in. I didn't have a job. She did. I didn't. And at some point, I was trying to figure this stuff out, and things got really, really tight, financially tight. So much that we had to choose either to put food on the table or hit up our house, So we couldn't hit up our house. It was pretty rough. And then I started at the same time, I started writing articles on Fiverr. I have a Fiverr profile. I still have it. I started writing articles on Fiverr.
Yeah.
I started doing that on Fiverr. I got like $4 a pop. They will charge you $5, and they will keep $1.
Yeah.
This was back at the time when Fiverr wasn't the Fiverr that it is today, when you can get like really, professional people for $100, $200.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything like that. At that point, it was like $5 and that's it. And I was like huddled on my laptop, like, curled up like this with 6 sweaters and whatnot, and try typing away. And that was like the first approach that I had to, without anyone knowing me, I can quote unquote make money online, even if it was like me typing articles for 12 hours straight. So, besides that, people started hiring me outside of Fiverr. I kept on, doing websites for clients on the side. And then my clients, once they got their website up and running, they needed traffic, right? So I started like learning about SEO. It was like 8 years ago, I started learning about SEO. And what happened is that I started, learning and masterminding with these people, usually in the English speaking market. At the time, it was all, in Spanish, but the Fiverr articles. And so I started masterminding with this group. It was by Alex Becker put together a group called Dynasty.
Oh, wow.
It was like 8 years ago. He put together.
SEO related, right?
What's that? SEO related. Yeah, SEO related. Yeah. So I jumped in that group, and then I met who would then become my partners right now at Semantic Mastery. So it was like 8 years ago, 7 years ago. Yeah, it was quite a ride. And then we were all from our own agencies. We had our own agencies. I had my clients doing SEO for them. I had my clients doing web design for them. And then we have this company that we put together. We started training. We started trying to train or help other agency owners on how to get results, mostly in the SEO side of things for them. And we launched our first digital product. It was called IFTTT SEO Academy, which we showed people how to automate a lot of their SEO stuff using IFTTT, which is
yes.
Zapier,
Yeah.
And the course was really popular and really successful to a degree that we got a cease and desist from IFTTT, so we had to change the name.
Oh wow!
To
I didn't know that.
But anyways, at that point we had to we were doing okay, and we had to get more people into our funnels to sell these digital products, and that's how I started doing Facebook ads. Like this was like 6-7 years ago. And up until now, the agency, that company has been growing. That's the company that we got the 2 Comma Club award for this year in Fun Hacking Live 2020. And, it took us the first year or 2 years, we didn't make any money.
Yeah.
And it took us 3 years for it to make money. And then from year 3 to year 5, it became like a 7-figure company.
Semantic Mastery. Okay, got it.
Semantic Mastery, yeah, Semantic Mastery, which is, the company that we train people, or we help digital agency owners to get more clients, get more free time, build their teams, and scale their agencies. So that's basically the whole deal. And then based off of that, I started becoming decent with Facebook ads, proficient with Facebook ads, and I started getting clients, and then the rest is kind of history. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, so that's very interesting. Very similar story to mine, but guys already know it. So the website, then website SEO, then digital advertising. Yes. At what point did you say, hey, I need to get into paid? Because a lot of people, I feel like they get comfortable with, okay, I do SEO, I learn it, I rank, it's free. I don't want to spend any money. Look how clever I am, right? I'm not spending any money. So how did you decide? What was the switch to switch into that?
Yeah, so that's a great point. So I don't believe in free traffic, because you're either paying with money or you're paying with your time. SEO takes a long time, right? It takes some time. It doesn't take a long time, but it does take some time. And you need to be doing these activities when you're doing SEO. So I became proficient at SEO, but the reality is that I was there doing a bunch of stuff to get results in 3 to 6 months from now. So, and then when we needed at Semantic Mastery, when we needed to get clients today and leads right now, instead of 3 months from now or 6 months from now, that's where we started doing paid advertising. We started with a PDF on Facebook And I would start running those, and we would get like great results on Facebook. We would get like 20 cents per lead back in the day when, it was like super cheap for a free PDF, and then people will get upsold into the different courses and the different programs, mostly the IFTTT SEO Academy. So that was the moment when I realized the power that paid advertising had to build a brand, build, a big list or a brand or, a presence in the marketplace. So that's when I decided to go all in, and then I got hooked. Like, honestly, I got hooked with Facebook ads. Like, Facebook SEO was good. I really liked it, but I got hooked with Facebook ads, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. So it's like, hey, you're either trading time or money, and if you want results now, you gotta go pay. Pay.
Yeah, I would say so. Like, for instance, a lot of people, they're really good with Instagram organic or with Facebook organic or, Twitter,
TikTok,
and all of that.
Yeah.
And I pay through that as well. But you're either paying, for traffic with time or with money. So there's no such thing as free traffic if you want to grow your business. And then the other thing that I like about paid traffic is that's scalable. Organic traffic, if you get like referrals or you get like Twitter followers or Facebook or Instagram followers, you have an email list, that's great. That's probably your highest ROI type of traffic, but you're capped. You're capped to the degree that how many people you can get into your funnels. So what you need to do is to actually start paying to, scale your business. So you've been there with me in terms of how we scale the agency. We went from 5 to 6 people at the beginning of the agency, and at the end of last year it was like 50 people working at the agency, right? And then it was like we started with 20 accounts, and then we went up to 200 and something accounts. So all of that was based off of 2 things: organic reach by using profiles that were like really well known, but also number 2 was all paid pretty much. So that's how you scale a business really quickly, by leveraging paid advertising, and then applying some funnels, which we can talk about if you want, applying some funnels to actually liquidate that cost of advertising, and then making you money on the back end.
Mm-hmm. And perfect, yeah. When did you decide that, okay, because like number one goal, and for those guys that don't know, like the 2 Club Award, maybe you haven't heard of it. It's when you reach 1 million or more in sales using ClickFunnels. So ClickFunnels is also a tool, a very important tool, which we will definitely talk about. But Hernan, when did you decide, or did you guys decide, hey, we want to reach this $1 million goal? And what was the plan before? What was the strategy behind?
Right. Great question. So I think that those type of awards, the 2 Club Award and some other awards that are out there, they're great. They're really special. It was funny because last year at Fun Hacking Live 2019, I attended it was also in Nashville, Tennessee. I attended with my partner, Adam, and we were sitting them, and I was like, dude, we were sitting them in the ceremony when they were giving away the 2 Club Awards and whatnot. And then I told him, hey, dude, I think it would be pretty cool if next year we would hop on stage, and get one of those little things. And he was like, yeah, for sure, blah, blah, blah. So that was kind of planting the seed. But those awards are a byproduct of what you're doing with your company. We decided that we wanted to scale semantic mastery, and the 2 Club Award was a byproduct of that decision, right? So it's not like, oh, we want to get the award. Now, we want to scale this company. We want to employ as many people as possible. We want semantic mastery to be a driver of employment, and help. We have like 20 VAs right now in the Philippines, and then we employ a bunch of people around the world. So it really makes me super happy that we can provide that to companies and whatnot. And then also the training that we put out, it's helping entrepreneurs. It's helping digital agencies. So if you think about it, I think I've heard Frank once said that when you're helping entrepreneurs, 1 + 1 = 1 million. Because if you help a digital agency owners to get more sales, to scale their teams and whatnot, the impact on the economy that you have is like immense, right? You impact families, you impact clients, you impact like everyone else. So I think that was the main goal for us, to help and to deliver the highest quality training that we could possibly go out there and get. And it's not about the hype training or a one-trick pony type of stuff. I think that one of the reasons why people follow us is because we're out there testing.
Yes.
And when stuff doesn't work, it doesn't work. And we tell them, hey, we tried this and it didn't work. So we had to close this project, but this did work. So we're expanding that. So I think that the 2 Comma Club Award was like the seed was planted, I don't know, last year maybe. But it was a byproduct of us helping and trying to help a bunch of people and grow semantic mastery. So.
And so for anyone that is watching right now and is saying, okay, so that's great. You guys wanted to do it within a year. Last year, that was the goal. You set it up. You made a decision. Now, hey, okay, what are the steps? Hernan, I want to know, what are the steps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that we did, like maybe, okay, Arman, here you go. We launched this funnel, and this is the strategy behind it. High level type of stuff that people can start putting in their mind, and organizing. How can I get there?
Yeah, for sure. So the way we reach it, and the way there's basically 3 things that we did. Okay. The first thing is something that we have been doing for quite a while, for over 5 years, which is a free Q&A every week at 4 p.m. Eastern, which is called Hyundai Hangouts. We've been doing that for the past 5 years, and we jump live, the 5 of us, there's 5 partners. So the 5 of us, we jump online, and what we do is we answer questions, SEO questions, digital marketing questions, scaling questions, agency questions, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that hour a week has been our number 1 producer of leads for the rest of funnels. Number 1. B, it has been our number 1 content production strategy, because before everyone else was like dicing the different, the videos and transcribing them. We were doing it like 5 years ago. So what we do is we grab that 1 hour of content, we chop the questions. Those goes as posts on our website and additional videos on YouTube and whatnot. So that is like funnel A, if you would. That is like an organic approach to generating leads, because we don't advertise Hyundai Hangouts. We don't advertise our YouTube channel. It's being growing.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. Okay, so all organic.
Yeah, so that's all organic. So when I'm saying, hey, I'm a big paid guy, I'm not saying that organic doesn't work. I'm just saying that you need to combine both, right? And we are a testimony of this, and I am also a testimony of it. So that is funnel A. Funnel B is a book funnel. So, and again, we've been running that for, I would say, the past 3 years or so. And a book funnel, which is our SEO battle plan. And the book funnel, the sole purpose of and we have sold like thousands of those battle plans. And the battle plan, the sole purpose of the battle plan or the book funnel is to liquidate the ad cost at a break even or better. So you would have a book funnel. So let me actually write it down, because I have the little whiteboard right here.
Let's go. Amazing. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's better if we write it down. So we have you can see this. Yeah. So you have the sales page for the book funnel, right? And then what you have is an order form, right? For the book funnel as well. And then you have OTOs, which are one-time offers or upsells. And then you have a thank you page, right? So a lot of people say, well, I do have a book and I can launch a book funnel, but that's not enough, because here the book, so the battle plan, I think we're selling it for $20 or something like that, or $17. Okay. So we're selling that for $17. And we do have in the order form, we have something called an order bump, which is a little thing that will increase the average order value of this funnel. And then the OTOs, I think we're selling one for $97 and another one for $197. So we have 2 upsells. And the purpose of this structure right here, these products and this book funnel, is to get a buyer into our list for break even or better. So this allows us to advertise. And recoup our cost of advertising. And the difference between a lead, right? Somebody that you get for free in your list through a webinar or PDF, and a buyer is significantly different. Even if you get like a $5.60 or a $17 buyer in your list. So this is one of the most effective and most powerful ways of acquiring buyers. In fact, you know, the high level people like Frank Kern has 1 or 2 book funnels. Russell Brunson has 2 to 3 book funnels. Grant Cardone has several book funnels. Dean Graziosi, Tony Robbins, they all have book funnels. And that's the acquisition system that they have. Now, you might have seen this as free plus shipping, right? Free plus shipping funnels where, you know, you pay a little bit, we'll send you the book for free, you pay for shipping, and that's it. Dan Henry's also launching a book funnel right now. But we don't do free plus shipping, which is send you the PDF, which is, you know, way faster and whatnot.
Yes.
So this is the first funnel. This is the acquisition funnel. So that allows us to advertise and a bunch of traffic here, both organic and paid, and this will liquidate the ad costs. And not only that, but this will put people into our funnel, which are buyers, which is really important. So this is funnel A, right? This is how we're getting our list.
Okay.
Now, funnel B is, let me actually move the mic here so that you can probably hear me a little bit better. Whoops.
Okay.
All right. So funnel B, can you hear me better now?
Yes. It's good.
Okay,
it's
cool.
good. Yeah.
Right. So funnel B is after you went through the book funnel,
Mm-hmm.
you get invited into a webinar. And the webinar goes into the webinar class. Then it goes into the order form. And then it goes into the thank you page. And then if you register for the webinar, but you do not attend, you start getting emails.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you attend the webinar, but you do not buy, you start getting emails. And then if you land on the order form and whatnot, I'll retarget you with Facebook ads. Okay? And then I'll retarget you also on the webinar. So this right here is selling our continuity program for agency owners, which is our mastermind, which is $397 a month. So if you own a digital agency and you want to come and get like real world insights and get to hang out with other digital agency owners, you come and join the mastermind and you pay $300 a month, or almost $400 a month.
Yes.
So this right here is where we make our money.
Yes.
We don't make our money in the front end. We don't make our money with Hyundai Hangouts. We don't make our money with stuff, because another stuff that we do have is a marketplace called MGYB, which is a bunch of done-for-you services for agency owners, mostly SEO. Cool. If you want to rank a client and whatnot, you get, you know, so, and most people that buy from MGYB and buy our other programs are people that join the mastermind. And the value is so valuable there that people stay, you know, for years in the mastermind. So our average order value here is around $6,000. The lifetime value of a customer is around $6,000. Wow. So that is what it's allowing us to make our money. So we make most of our money here, not in the book funnel, because the book funnel is an acquisition system and we get as many people as possible there. And then once a year, we will do our live event, which is called Popo Live. We've been doing that for 3 years, but we don't make any money. We don't make that much money there. It's mostly like, hey, let's get together type of thing. And we pay for us. We made a little bit of money, but that's not the big deal. Does that make sense? This is how we got into the two companies.
Yeah, 100%. So I got a bunch of questions related to that. Number one, so to recap for all the people here and for myself, number one was the organic live stream that you guys do every week. Number two was the book funnel. Number three, webinar, right? So let's say I'm a digital course creator and I wanna do something similar. I see that, but maybe I go ahead and I say, okay, well, Hernan, look, I mean, the book funnel, making a book and all that seems like a lot of time. Is there something else I can do, or is that the best way to do it?
So, okay, so we repeated the book strategy. So a book doesn't have to be a book. People understand books. They know the value of books and all of that. So people understand what a book entails. So it's like self-explanatory. There's some ideas for you to, you know, for you to get a book without writing it, which is, you know, you can hire somebody and you talk to them for 5 hours and then they will transcribe the book. Book in a Box, the guys from Book in a Box will do it for you. So there's a couple of things that you can do. But you can also do it with a what's called a self-liquidating offer, which is you have your digital product, your main digital product, and then you splinter off maybe module 1 or a little bit of that product and whatnot, and you sell that for $7. You can sell a mind map if you want to, or a PDF for $7 or something like that. You splinter from the main course and you sell that for 7, 17, 27, whatever that is. So we did something similar with a product called Double Your Agency, you know, which is a $97 product. Right now it's $97, might go up. But it's a mass product that we want to get as many people in there too, and we don't want to make any money with it. But the quality of we're selling it for definitely too cheap. I think that we're lacking a 0 on that product, so that we can sell it for $1,000. That's the amount of value that we have in there. But we want people to understand and to see what semantic mastery is about just by paying $100, and then they can come in and join the mastermind once they start making a lot of money. So that's basically the whole deal. But you don't have to have a book. A book funnel is a self-liquidating book funnel that you can do it with $27 product, $37, whatever.
Okay, perfect. And out of I see that all process is very, very cool, very interesting. But what would you say to someone that okay, is okay with building all this, or is going to help, is going to get help, but maybe the copywriting side, maybe they're not as strong on it, or maybe they don't have any experience in it. How important it is to the use of copywriting in all this, and what advice do you have for people?
So copywriting, I think it's one of the skill set that you need to learn if you want to become an effective marketer in general or an entrepreneur in general. I think that the most heavy copy piece that we have is the book sales page. It's a long form sales letter and whatnot. That's the most heavy, copy heavy piece that we have. Then the webinar maybe. But for the webinar, we're using the Perfect Webinar structure from Russell Brunson. So if you should search on YouTube Perfect Webinar, you can find 1,000 examples. But going back to your question about copywriting, I think that copywriting is really, really important, because copywriting will be involved in every step of the funnel. It will be involved in your emails. It will be involved in your ads. It will be involved in your sales page. But also, if you're giving away something for free, you also need to sell that thing that you're selling, that you're giving away for free. So copywriting is really, really important. One of the things that I always recommend to people that want to get into the copywriting world is to search for the Gary Halbert Challenge. So if you go to google.com and search for Gary Halbert Challenge, I think Gary Halbert put together a challenge which will tell you, hey, go through these sales letters and transcribe them by hand, them by hand, sales letters. One of those sales letters is the Rolls-Royce sales letter by David Ogilvy. Remember that we got that. I don't know if you were there at the agency, but we got somebody sent Frank a gift, which was, the
original
letter, in a frame. It was really cool. We were all geeking out about that sales letter. It's great.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing. And then another thing is to go through a couple books, so he will tell you, hey, buy these books, go through them, and then transcribe this sales letter by hand. Somewhere else, I think Frank was saying, hey, you need to write a sales letter a day for a month. And then by the end of the month, you will become a good copywriter. So whatever it is, you need to be exposed to writing copy. And then you will initially your copy will suck, but then you will start sucking less and less and less. So I think that the only way of really learning copy is by writing copy, and then sending it to people to see if they will take action based on the copy that you have. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. Like the more you do, the better you become. And that's that. And then one thing that we were talking about this week with other guys is that whatever you do in terms of content, let's say you make a valuable sales letter, you can also use on email, you can also use on SMS or whatever type of follow-up you want.
Yeah.
So it's very recyclable content. for
It's an
that.
asset. Like a good ad or a good sales letter, they're assets that they're building your business. So I built a couple of $1 million ads on Facebook. I know for a fact that they have generated millions of dollars in sales, and because they're assets, right? You can run them for a long time, and they work because they're assets. They will build your business. They will get you customers. So a sales letter is also an asset. A good written email sequence is an asset. So when you start thinking about that, then it's it's a much better approach to digital marketing because you're building assets and you're putting them out there. So.
Yeah, 100%. So we basically answered the question of, hey, okay, I'm a course maker. I don't know what to do with if I don't have an ebook, whatever. That was an amazing structure that they can definitely follow. What about agency owners? If let's say, okay, Hernan, this is amazing, but I'm not selling a product. I'm not selling anything. I'm selling a service. How should someone go ahead and want to, if their goal is to hit 2 Comma Club, like doing agency stuff?
Yeah, they do the same thing. Because if you think about it, when we are the agency, we were building this agency.
Yes.
It was the exact same process. It was like info products in the front end, services in the back end. So it doesn't really matter what you sell here with this webinar or with this back end promotion. You can sell services, you can sell SaaS, So on the course creator, the info product publisher, the course creator or the coach, the consultant and whatnot, they have the front end figured out, but the back end is where they struggle. They need to provide, a continuity program or a high ticket consulting program or coaching, whatever. For the agency side of things, they have the back end figured out because now they can provide a service, which is a continuity program, but the front end is what's lacking. So I think that it's the same process. Like ClickFunnels is using it to build their SaaS business. They have BookFunnels on the front end, and then the offer on the back end is ClickFunnels, right? And then they have information on the front end and service in the back end. And then they have all of these different levels of information that you can get anywhere from the books, but also you get high-level programs, and then they combine that with ClickFunnels subscriptions, and then you can get into masterminds and all of that. So it's information on the front end and a service on the back end. So you can definitely 100% grow your agency by applying something similar, a self-liquidating offer or a book funnel, whatever that is, so that you can liquidate your ad costs and get a ton of leads into your sales process, which is going to be the back end. And then, your salespeople can take over. They can call everyone that bought your book. They can call everyone that, bought your SLO, and then go from there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. What do you mean by SLO? You said
SLO is self-liquidating offer. So
got it. You made okay. Got it. Perfect. So understood. So there is no really much difference. Perfect. So you that is the strategy you follow. 1, 2, 3. I want to know, because people want to know the tools. So obviously ClickFunnels. What are the tools? Because a lot of times, if you are close to the action, like for example me, or if people are close to you, they understand. Okay, this is the tool. This is a tool. But a lot of people from the outside don't have a clue on what to use to make this happen. So
right.
What to tell people?
So yeah, ClickFunnels is a great tool. I think it makes it easy for you to actually put this together. It doesn't take that much. You can use any. In all honesty, you can use pretty much anything you want. Lead pages, Instapage, Thrive Card, or Thrive Themes if you're running WordPress or whatever. You don't need a WordPress website, to build this. You just need ClickFunnels, basically. Then in terms of payment gateways, you can use Stripe or PayPal, which is what we're using. We're using mostly Stripe to connect, connect ClickFunnels with your bank account, basically. And then in terms of autoresponder or, follow-up sequences for emails, we use ActiveCampaign. There's some people using Drip. There's some people using Infusionsoft. For courses or for platforms to deliver your courses, ClickFunnels will have a membership platform as well that will help, but you can use Kajabi. You can use something like that. I've heard that Thinkific is working decently well, but I've tested them all. Like honestly, I've tested them all, and they all have their pitfalls. There's not like a course platform that is like perfect. But yeah, man, that's basically it. Like, I think that the tools should do what you need them to do in order for you to sell your product, and not the other way around. You shouldn't be constricted by the tools that you have. That's why you can go out there and hire a developer to make Kajabi better, or to make ClickFunnels work the way it should work, or the way you want it to work, and all of that. So, but yeah, that's basically all you need. Basically, it's like a landing page builder, funnel builder. You need a payment gateway. You need a CRM to collect the emails, and then you need the deliverables, which, whatever it is. For a course creator, I like ClickFunnels members area, but you can use Kajabi. So
yeah, perfect. So we've covered the what to do. We have covered what tools to do, and our favorite part, I think, now is the traffic. How do we, like, we're thinking of traffic, and I want to ask you, Hernan, two different questions. Number one is, we're gonna go with what's tested. Hey, I know this works, right? Hernan has spent like 15 years in doing digital advertising. He knows this specific thing works. But I also want, as a second question following up, is what is a new medium, a new like, let's say YouTube ads, something like that, right? What is a new medium that someone can use to, like, is the new thing, and this is a bonus for all the people hearing, that they can take action and win?
Right. Okay. So so the usual direct response approach to getting a book buyer still works, right? So what you would do, I'm a big Facebook ads guy. I haven't been, people are saying, well, YouTube is the next thing. You need to be advertising on TikTok. You need to be advertising on Snapchat. I want to double down on what I'm doing, at least for now. And, and make, and, like, squeeze to the last drop what's there on Facebook ads, honestly. So I'm going to stick to my guns for now. And I'm going to say that if you, like, here's the thing. There's you can run direct response campaigns to the book funnel, no problem, and those would be conversion campaigns to your book sales page, or to self-liquidating offer sales page.
Okay.
And then what you want to have in mind is how much is your average order value versus how much you're paying to acquire a buyer. So let's say that out of a book funnel that you have, your average order value is $40.
Okay.
Then you can pay up to $40 or less to acquire a customer using paid media or paid Facebook, right? On this case, that is like the easiest way to do it. That's why you need the additional upsells and downsells and whatnot, because just selling a $27 product, making paid media work with just a $27 average order value is really hard. People are saying, well, I'm selling this book for $10. I need to get buyers for $10. And it's really, really hard to get to that, right? That's why the easiest thing that you can do is to increase your average order value instead of trying to fight millions of advertisers on Facebook, right? So with that being said, I think that there's a big opportunity right now on Facebook and Instagram ads in terms of building audiences. And building audiences are still relatively cheap on Facebook and Instagram ads. And what's the good news is that Facebook allows you to build an audience of people before they even reach your funnel. So you can build an audience within the platform, which I think it's super powerful. So the way we're doing this is by presenting our target marketplace with really helpful content.
Yes.
Right? And then we run video views or engagement campaigns so that we can get those people into what's called a custom audience, and they can go to the book funnel. So you can do the direct response approach, go for the kill first, but also building an audience through video views or engagement campaigns, and then retarget them to go into your funnel. Then that's, I think it's becoming a better play, because the average order value of somebody that doesn't know who you are, they do not know who you are, they haven't heard about you, click on an ad, they buy a book, that's great. That's an average order value of X. But if somebody has been watching your videos, consuming your videos and whatnot, there's a high chance that they will go to your book funnel and they will buy the upsell, they will buy the order bump, they will buy everything. So that's called a full funnel sell. So the average order value really goes up as you start building these audiences, right? And it's like basic human nature. You tend to like people as you start seeing them more and as you start trusting them, and you tend to be more, I would say, more in tune to what they're offering.
Yeah.
So it's basic human nature, you know. So that's what I would recommend.
So building audiences, using, I'm guessing, engagement, video views, all those objectives, and yeah, maybe let's go a bit more, because I think people understand that, but don't really understand that. Like, what do you mean by building audiences?
Okay, so let me go back to the drawing board
I
here.
love it. How many times you want? You want to do 10 times? Let's do it.
All right, cool. So let me go back so I can explain it better. I'm always like trying to explain it better through graphics, you know?
Yeah.
So here's the deal. So you have this huge pool of people out there on Facebook that they do not know who you are, okay? They haven't heard about you. They do not know you. So this is called cold traffic or cold audiences, right? So,
Yeah.
Oops, there you go. Cold audiences. Well, I have my lighting here. So.
Good.
Anyways,
Good.
cold audiences.
Yes.
What you want to do is you want to have videos on your Facebook page, right? Which are anywhere between 5 to 7 minutes long. And then you would run video views campaigns or engagement campaigns using the targeting capabilities of Facebook to target these guys, right? To target this cold audience. Now, the good news is that on Facebook, you can create something called a custom audience. A custom audience of people that consume 25%, 50% of these videos, right? And they immediately become part of your warm audience because now they know who you are. At least they have seen you a couple times. And then you do two things with this warm audience, with this custom audience. You do you show them more videos. Okay, you want to show them more videos. Let me put this a little bit closer. You want to show them more videos. A, and B, you want to show them conversion ads. And then they go into your funnel. Okay. So conversion ads, and then they go into your funnel. So you will keep on indoctrinating these people so that from warm they go to hot, they want to buy right now because they keep on seeing your content. This is how you create something called omnipresence in your market. Maybe it happens to you that you like somebody on Facebook, and then all of a sudden your timeline, it's like all that person, and you wake up, you have that person in your Facebook. You wake up, you go to sleep, you have the person in your Instagram. Yeah. That is by design. There's nothing, it's not by chance, but by design that we're trying to create omnipresence. It's called a halo effect as well. And then you will run conversion ads to this warm audience, and they will go to your funnel. If you have a book funnel, again, the average order value might go up. But even if you're paying the same out of cold to go into your funnel, even if you're paying the same, the average order value, the transaction frequency of those people will be much higher. So this is more like a long-term approach versus going out of cold to your audience or to your funnel right now. Is you're harvesting all of the low-hanging fruit. When you're running video views or engagement campaigns, you're signaling or you're showing ads to those people that are ready to take action over the next 3 to 6 months, So this is, I think, and this is still really cheap. Running video views or engagement campaigns to videos, to helpful content is still like really, really cheap. A lot of advertisers are not doing that. A lot of advertisers are like doing this, the call to webinar, and they're battling with their rising costs here. So, that's basically what I would suggest people start doing. And I would even suggest before you even have a product to sell, start building an audience. If you see guys like Gary Vee, the guy's building audiences and then he's selling products. Like he started with wine, then he went into media, and now he's selling sneakers. So it's like this approach to building audiences and then selling to audiences that I think it's going to be. It's the present, and it's going to be well into the future of Facebook ads. So
that's amazing. I always love to hear that back end. And a lot of you guys that don't maybe just don't have the experience of you guys haven't seen that working. It's like in a relationship where you don't ask for marrying people directly. You are right now. You have the tool to do all the in behind all that process in Facebook and segment it so well that you're basically driving people from getting to date you, getting you flowers, all basically till you marry them. So you guys think that way, because that's what really we're doing here. And I always love that story. And then okay, Hernan, so what is the plan to get to the next award where it's 10 million a year? What's your strategy?
So right now we're expanding our targeting on semantic mastery. We have always been kind of, really specific to the SEO platform or to the SEO community. Right now with our 2X Your Agency program, we're trying to get to everyone that is selling digital services to clients in any capacity. Not only SEO, but if you're selling Facebook ads, if you're selling web design, if you're selling graphics design, if you're selling developing services, anything and everything that has to do with running a digital agency, we want to help you. That's why it's called Double Your Agency. So that's the number one thing, is to expand or reach. That is number one, and that is, I hope that it will take us to the next 2 Club X, which I don't know. But again, they're a byproduct of helping more people, right? Helping a lot more people. So that is one thing. And then another thing, one of my plans for 2020 is to start doing a lot more personal branding, in the sense of, selling my own products and my own, programs and whatnot. I've always been kind of behind the scenes, behind the curtain, if you will, which is fine. It took me where I'm at today, but I wanna like go out there and help more entrepreneurs get better results with their advertising, with their paid media, with their funnels, whatever that is. So that's basically my move for this year.
Awesome. So personal branding, and then expanding the offer that was originally SEO related, right? To a bigger circle, basically, right? So that is just increasing that. Then my next question was very very tied to that, which is what can we expect of Hernan Vazquez in 2020, and in terms of content, in terms of that basically.
Okay, so I would say be prepared for a lot more content. I've been ramping up the content production. Maybe you noticed in different social media networks, mostly because I want to get help as many people as possible, and be prepared for that. Mostly be prepared for a lot more content, helpful content, and then programs that you can either choose to buy or to not buy. That's fine, but I think that people paying you attention or giving you attention, which is one of the most precious assets. It's really an honor for me, that people are paying attention. So I want to help as many people as possible. So that's basically what's up for this year.
Awesome. So if you that's funny when you said you don't want to buy, it's fine. What he really means is, if you don't want to buy, I'm gonna retarget the shit out of you till you buy.
Right. I mean, that's part of the game, right? That's part of the game. I'm going to retarget the crap out of you, but you don't have to buy. That's fine. You can just subscribe to the channel. I don't know.
Yeah. So my next question is, we were wrapping up, and basically you talked about 2X Your Agency. You have other stuff around, like, what can people, okay, I loved what Hernan had to say here. How can I get involved, learn more on everything he's doing?
If you search for me, if you search for my name, Hernan Vazquez, in YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, you will probably find me. So I'm constantly posting stuff. Again, I just started a new show called Marketing Atlas Show. So you can go to marketingatlasshow.com and drop your questions. Those are mostly paid media questions. You can also go to Hamday Hangouts or semanticmastery.com/Hamday and then get your question in if you have an agency and whatnot, and we will try to help you as much as possible. And then that's basically it. The YouTube channel has a bunch of content. It has almost 4 years worth of content. So if you're looking for some good stuff, that's the place to start. And then you can, get in touch with me through the different social network profiles, if you would.
Awesome. Guys, it's out of all the fluff that there is on YouTube, that people making videos, people copying other people, making the same course. Hernan is one of the most genuine people on the internet. I spotted that observing him 1 or 2 years before asking him for the first interview. And so I definitely recommend you guys to do that. And that would be it. Thank you, Hernan, so much for being today. I hope all of you guys found it helpful. Seeing all people saying hi here on Instagram Live. That's funny. Uh, Make sure to watch this. Make sure to watch it full. Make sure to take notes. I think this was like a course on itself. And thank you all for watching. Thank you, Hernan, for being here.
Yeah, happy to help, buddy. Happy to help your audience, and it's always a pleasure.
All right, perfect.